Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on the 18th of November 2024. This morning we're seeing some cloud pushing in from the west, followed by some rain, and it's also quite cold in Ulster where skies have been clear overnight. So moving into Monday, we see rain pushing in from the west through the day, over all areas by about 3 p.m, heavy at times, especially in the south, but also in the north. Over hills, we see the rain turning wintry into sleet and snow. Snow, I think, mostly through higher terrain, but down to some low-lying areas at times. So a wintry mix for Ulster tomorrow, but elsewhere just heavy rain, especially in the afternoon. Now we go overnight towards Tuesday, and we see the rain, sleet, and snow going towards the UK. Some heavy snow for the UK, actually, quite widely in northern England, anywhere from about Manchester northwards up towards Carlisle, and from Lincoln up towards Newcastle, in line for possible some heavy snow. But again, on the coast, could be a wintry mix. Anyway, moving into Tuesday for Ireland, we see some showers in the east first thing and in the west. Tuesday will be a much brighter day than Monday, with only a few showers around, these mainly in the west and north, some wintry. Through to Wednesday, overnight Tuesday to Wednesday, we see some snow showers in Ulster, but otherwise a clear, cold night with a widespread sharp frosts. Into Wednesday, we see a crisp, cold and sunny day with only a few showers pushing into Ulster, again some wintry, and a lot of snow showers there packing into Scotland. Scotland, especially in the north, doing very well as usual with these northerly winds. Now here on Thursday, we see a lot of uncertainty emerging, but the UKV wants to bring an area of rain and it turns to snow widely in Connacht Thursday morning, and a mixture of rain, sleet and snow in the south through Thursday. So the UKV goes for quite a big snow event on Thursday through Connacht early on, then in Munster later on. So take that with a pinch of salt is what I'll say, because a lot of other runs have this low a lot further southwards than this model does. So yeah, but okay. So this, just don't take it literally at all. And then into Thursday evening, we actually see some snow showers pushing quite widely inland through Connacht, Ulster and Munster, and through into Friday. Again, it's another day of cold weather but bright weather, and by Friday afternoon we have high cloud pushing in from the west, and that will be heralding a change, probably, for the weekends. Here is the temperature forecast from the UKV. So again, this morning we're starting off quite cold in Ulster, as I said, down to freezing, but elsewhere lows of 2 to 10 degrees. Moving on into Monday, we see milder air advancing from the west, therefore temperatures rise in many areas in Munster and Leinster and South Connacht between 5 and 13 Celsius, warmest in Munster. But in Ulster, North Connacht and North Leinster, we have highs of only 1 to 5 Celsius. So it's like contrast in temperature that will fuel that area of rain, sleet and snow. Moving into Tuesday, we see the cold air plunging back southwards behind the low. So by Tuesday at 9 a.m, we have lows of around -3 to +4 degrees, coldest in Ulster, where there will be a sharp frost, and again snow lying on hills, but in Munster still frost free. Tuesday is a cold day in northerly winds with highs of only 3 to 5 Celsius, and feeling pretty bitter, I imagine, exposed to those northerlies, especially in the north. Into Wednesday morning, we see a cold night with lows of -2 to +1 degree, coldest in Leinster and Munster. And into Wednesday, a bitterly cold day with highs of only 1 to 3 Celsius at best, it seems, or possibly just scraping 4 in locality. Very cold day, I do believe that it's actually very hard to see this level of cold this early on as well, so that's also interesting. Normally, I mean, look at this. In the UK, in many areas of Scotland, Northern England, it's an ice day. Highest temperatures of -5 or 6 in Scotland, up to 1 widely, even down as far as Lincoln. But I do think that is the model showing up on the snow that's falling tomorrow night, and that might stick around for a bit in these regions here. But yeah, it's quite a potent cold snap considering how early we are. We are still 1 month prior to the solstice, and we're seeing this level of cold. I've been watching the UK Met Office deep dives and that sort of stuff, and they mentioned something about, because we had a lot of low pressure to our north in the summertime, that has sort of kept the seas to our north cooler. So we currently have below average SSTs to our north, below average temperatures of the sea. Therefore, the northerly winds are not being modified as much as they may have done last year, for example. So we have colder seas to our north as a result of low pressure up there over the summer. Therefore, we're seeing more potent cold snaps now from the UK. I heard this from the UK Met Office deep dive video, I think it was. I'll have the link to that down below. Anyway, so Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, it's a very cold night, but coldest earlier on because, as you know, overnight, this chart brings in some rain, sleet and snow. But, I mean, earlier on, we can see 9 p.m, -5 in Leinster and Ulster, ridiculously cold, up to 1 or 2 in the west. Now, imagine if skies stayed clear all night. This would be a severely cold night. I don't know, down to -8 possibly. Just guessing, given how cold it's really shown up there. Then into Thursday, we see a bitterly cold day, highs of 0 to 4 degrees. Coldest in the west where it snows on this run. And into Friday, not as cold morning, lows of around freezing nationwide. And then Friday afternoon, highs of 1 to 5 Celsius. And you can just see, just down here, 11 Celsius. And that is, again, a sign of a change for the weekend. So here is the NAO index of southern forecasters. So we're currently below average with the NAO. Sorry, not below average. We are negative with the NAO, meaning that we are blocks with a high to our northwest and a low to our south. And therefore we are cold. Although the NAO does go more neutral towards month's ends. And let's explore this. So here is the GFS 12 there. So we can see that we have this low coming through on Monday, bringing rain, sleet and snow. Well, rain to most areas, sleet and snow in Ulster over high grounds. And then into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time, northerly winds, bitterly cold air mass. Upper temperatures are cold, widespread sharp frost overnights. And then we see this low on Thursday that misses us to our south. So this is the low that the UKV brings over the country on Thursday. Look at this. So Thursday at 6 a.m, UKV has snow widely in the west, whereas the GFS has all the precip over Biscay and France. So yeah, I would not take anything for granted. Anyway, so moving on, we can see that the cold air lingers into Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday, the low breaks through from southwest. We get a return to milder, wetter and windy conditions for the weekend and the start of the final week of November. However, we do go colder again towards the following week as high pressure builds over us, bringing some more frosty weather. But not for long. By the end of the month, we are into quite a mild pattern. In fact, this pattern is symbolic of the weather we had during the first half of November into early December here. High to our south, that's a miles high. If we look at the upper temperatures, yeah, it's very miles. And probably cloudy as well. Yeah, it is cloudy. As you can see, it's a pretty drab that would be. Okay, but it's a long way off. Moving on to the ECM. Again we have this low coming through tomorrow and Tuesday. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, we go into a cold wind from the north. I think that the ECM has that trough a tad further northwards than the GFS. Even so, it misses us. Well, I'll say that, but we do have some precip edging into the far southwest on Thursday morning, but it really does skirt the country and basically does miss us on the ECM. Then moving into the end of the week into the weekend, we see again a return. Okay, actually that's stormy by Saturday, could be interesting, and then colder by Monday. So and then frosty through next week, I think, before it goes mild. It goes milder towards the end of the month and start December with westerly winds. Although, having said that, by the 2nd of December, we are still quite blocked over here. Actually, something I just noticed is that the ECM has extended its capabilities. So we now have the 12Z getting up to 360 hours, and we actually have the 6Z and 18Z getting to 144 hours. So the ECM has upgraded itself. That's great. Here is the GEM. GEM brings that low through Monday and Tuesday. A bit deeper though, so also some winds with that as well. Then go into quite a cold, unstable air mass through Wednesday, Thursday time. That low does miss us on Thursday morning. Precipitation is well away from us. And then we keep going and we end up mild, wet, and windy. Although, actually, if this came off, there'd be a risk of wintriness for the extreme northwest. Just avoiding the milder air there. But basically, that is a return to the westerlies for a short period of time, at least. But, by next Monday, we are back into these cold winds again, and we stay cold into the middle of the following week. So here's the UK Met run. Once again, in comes that low through tomorrow and Tuesday. Okay, so here is why the UKV brings in that snow. That low is so much further northwards. Precipitation, yeah, you can see why. That brings that snow in quite widely. And then that clears away, and then over the weekend we bring up these lows. We bring up these lows from southwest, bringing a return to mild, wet, windy, and possibly stormy weather. Actually, that is a bit brutal, but I can sort of see that this low will clear eastwards, and then that high will build to our west and bring in the northerly winds. In fact, yeah, there's cold air lurking up there. Here is the icon. So the icon, once again, we know what's happening. A risk of wintriness in Ulster tomorrow, especially in the north. And then moving on, we see this low to our south on Thursday. Once again, the icon. Actually, no. The icon is like the ECM in that it skirts the southwest. And that would actually bring a bit of precip to Cork and Kerry on the icon. Moving on, we see again possible storm through the weekend before going colder into sort of the following week. And finally, we have an arpege. Arpege, we can see much of this bringing in these northerly winds. This low on the arpege is a bit closer though, so it does bring some precip quite widely into the south. Anyway, so main focus is tomorrow, possible wintriness in Ulster, especially for high grounds where snow might stick, and we have to watch Thursday for the west and south. and then probably milder through the weekend. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.